This is a Headgum podcast.
Welcome to Perfect Person, the show where I'm perfect and you're, of course, a person. And recently, I've been having sort of a little ice machine. I made sure that my fridge was making ice, and I was off the stuff for a while, but now that summer is returning, I'm getting back into having that ice. And with that ice, I had a little tiny bit of whiskey and a little tiny bit of seltzer, and that was my afternoon. That was my evening. When I say afternoon, it was 7 p.m., but that's my now drink of choice. And guess what? I woke up hungover off of that. So that was embarrassing for me to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stinks. I mean, I downloaded a water drinking app called Water Llama. I promise this is going to relate. And we're like, yeah, alcohol dehydrates me. Sure, whatever. Right. I get hungover.
Mm-hmm.
When you see that little picture of a llama that gets filled with water and fluids all day, and then you drink alcohol and you see how much it dehydrates you, it really made me think about stuff, because I like a little more Thank you. Is that a fart with a huge reverb?
I'm joined by Rekha Shankar, obviously on the show. Rekha, welcome.
Thank you.
Obviously, you know Rekha from all over the internet, but specifically on dropout.tv as the host of Smarty Pants, Dimension 20, etc.
Yes.
So Rekha, welcome to the show. You've been drinking a lot of water recently.
I'm trying my best.
How much water does it say to have?
So in theory, you're trying to get around like 60 ounces a day.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on your height, your level of activity, whatever. I'm trying, any fluid counts, if that makes you feel better.
So I'll have
coffee,
a
juice.
Coffee counts?
Coffee counts. It's not 100% hydrating. So you might drink equal parts water, equal parts coffee, your perfect breakfast, but it's going to be less hydrating on the coffee.
I'm absolutely going to download this app.
Okay, it's incredible. Smoothies count. Soup counts. Unbelievable.
Any way to gamify my life in that way, that's like right the ticket to my heart.
I am drinking more water with this app. This is not an ad. I'm not sponsored. You can sponsor me.
Whoa. Thirsty Llama has big cash. If I can give it out.
Exactly. Give me the bucks. But when you look at alcohol on it, it'll be like, they could be pulling it out of their ass. I don't know where the research comes from.
Yeah.
So water is like 100% hydration. It'll be like a martini or like gin, negative 300%. I'm like,
wait, it does it like that? That's so, see, I want that though, because I often am like, I drink water one of two ways.
Yeah.
I don't do it. And then the second way is I fill up a big mason jar of water and I chug the entire thing in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And so I'm hydrating sort of like I turn the faucet on, turn the faucet off. I'm not sipping throughout the day. I'm getting dehydrated and then I'm glugging.
Yes. I could go a whole day without drinking water or noticing that I haven't drunk water, except for the fact that I'll have a headache. And
yeah, I get those.
It's so demented. It's so stupid. We have to drink water. We're so dumb.
I know.
And so I have to force myself. So I got a giant water bottle. And in the morning, I literally say to myself, morning water. And I know this is so sad.
Morning water.
It's morning water. And I will drink this is so fucking stupid. But I'll drink from it and I go, okay, 2 sips is 1 ounce. I don't know if that's true. But the whole thing is 40 ounces. I'm making up science. The whole thing is 40 ounces, but I'm just telling myself, try to get halfway.
Right.
And so I count, I'm get to 11 double sips. So get to 22 sips for morning water.
Yeah.
Do we all make up little systems for ourselves? And then we have to say them out loud on a podcast?
Morning
and we're like,
water.
am I okay?
Morning water. So you take 2 sips, that's 1 ounce?
I don't know if that's true. That's the logic I've made up in my brain, because when I drink those 11 sips, I'm like, okay, 22 ounces-ish. Yeah, it looks about halfway empty by the time I've done that.
Sure.
So I try to get that morning water out. out. Like we start the day, hydrated
Yeah.
like 30% or
Sure.
something.
Because you dehydrate in your sleep. That's what a lot of people don't even know, is that I was previously sort of chugging water right before sleep, but the piss factor is just too high.
It's way too high.
It's way too high. So I had to I would chug a water, fill it up, leave it on my bedside table. Morning, that's what I'm glugging.
Yeah.
But I'm like tall and kind of long, and I feel like I dehydrate really quickly. I also,
Yeah.
I sweat.
Yeah.
It comes right out of me.
Yeah. What's your activity like? You pound pavement?
No.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's actually
Keep
good for
that moisture.
hydration. Yeah.
Keep that moisture in. Yeah.
Well, it's like Dune 2 where they have the little
exactly.
rehydrates your piss
Yeah,
into your nose.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, Rekha, you're obviously on the show to answer these calls
Yes.
to help these people. And I'm wondering for you, what makes you a perfect person to be on the show today to lend your wisdom?
I think I'm pretty level-headed.
Okay.
And I think to probably an alarming degree, I'm very solution-oriented.
You're a fixer.
I don't want to live in problem zone for too long.
No.
I want to come up with solutions. And sometimes there is no solution.
Uh-huh.
But within that, is there a little mini solution?
Oh, we are the exact same brain, because I am not sort of like, I can just hear it, and I know that you're not asking for a solution. I'm looking for solutions.
I'm looking for solutions all the time. Water is a big solution in my life right now.
Huge solution for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I had an experience where we were about to I have a 16-month-old son.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And me and my wife were putting him to bed, and we got him out of the tub. He's all happy and fresh and clean. We put on his jammies, and all of a sudden, every single smoke detector in my entire house starts going off. There's 5 of them. So it's deafeningly loud, and we're like, are we good? Are we about to die? Like, is there a silent gas? Yeah. And the smoke alarms are also yelling, fire, fire, fire. There's no fire. So we go onto the porch. We're like trying to figure this out, and we're like, what the fuck do we even do? And I was like, well, I obviously have to fix this right now. I'm in the fuse box, slipping stuff. I'm fucking going up into the ceiling. I'm pulling them out, realizing that they all have embedded batteries. I'm like disabling each smoke alarm and calling the landlord. But that's honestly where I thrive. I like to be the guy that's sort of doing that on the chair.
Okay. You brought up like something that is really inspirational to me. My stopping point, I am not good with my hands. I'm a mental person. I'm mental.
I'm a mental case.
Yeah, I'm a mental case. So the idea of going into a fuse box is really inspiring to me.
Thank you. Honestly,
I want to get to that place.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
My dad is sort of this Indiana Jones inventor type. 3rd and 4th grade teacher, and my mom is an art and dance teacher, also public school. And so with that, they kind of taught me how to just kind of go for stuff and fix it right away.
Incredible.
So I'm in the fuse box, I'm flipping, I'm not even worried. I'm going, flip.
Not even worried.
I'm not even worried that I might be disarming something important. Flip. And then I go in, and basically what I realized was that all of them were dying at the exact same time.
Because they were all installed at the same time.
Exactly. And this kind of happened a couple days ago where a couple of them went off at the same time. And I think they're all linked because they're all plugged into the ceiling. So when one goes off, it's like, hey, send the other ones off too, because they're smoking the entire goddamn house. So they all went off. So then last night I did have the paranoid thought. I'm like, well, tonight, it's the night you least expect for there to be a crazy fire. It's the one night when I don't have smoke alarms, and my landlord's like sending, my new smoke alarms today to be installed.
Okay, good. Until then, did you douse your house with water and stuff?
I left the house. I turned the faucet on, make sure the bathtub was full, etc. But I think that's a very perfect trait, Rekha, but we've got to get to the phone lines.
We have to.
Before we do, though, if you like this show, you should rate and subscribe it on every single goddamn platform so you don't miss an episode. So I'll be in your inbox like, hey, babe, new episode just dropped.
Wow.
And if people love the show, if you love the show and you're out there and you're like, oh, man, I just can't get enough of this show. Well, guess what? Now you can by joining the Patreon and getting the ad-free extended version of every single episode, including this one, where we chatted all about how you were a true crime assistant editor.
Yeah, it stunk, and you'll get to hear about it.
You get to hear about that stink.
Yeah.
So head on over there. You also get bonus episodes every single Friday where I call back people from the show and I get updates on their stunning lives.
I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice. But until then, we've got to get to the phone lines. Seltzer and ice, jam and toast. These are iconic duos, but what about the perfect duo when it comes to growing your business?
That's going to be you and Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage, all the way to the first real life store stage, and of course, all the way to the did we just hit a billion orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. As an entrepreneur, I need business tools that I can trust, that scale with me as I dominate the global workforce. And Shopify is going to be there with me as I sell one egg to when I sell a billion eggs by the truckload. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the United States. And if you're curious about selling anything and everything, check them out, because businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/perfectperson, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/perfectperson now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/perfectperson. Cash is something that I love to have. And I also love to be as powerful as a rocket. So guess what? This next sponsor is something that I actually love that you're never gonna expect. Rocket Money. As soon as I blorped myself into Rocket Money, I saved the cost of Rocket Money, because guess what? Miles forgot that he was paying for a subscription that was charging his bank account in secret, almost. So in secret that it was doing it in a weird semi-annual, biannual way that I forgot I was even paying for this thing. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features, and they do it for you. It's really awesome. You just say you want to cancel this, and they send the emails or go to the links or do whatever, and they do it for you. What could be better than that? Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/perfectperson. That's rocketmoney.com/perfectperson. rocketmoney.com/perfectperson.
My bandmate / leader of the band changed one of our songs, and I think it sounds worse after the change, but I don't know
We'll be the judge of that.
if it's worth bringing up, how to deal with it, if I should just back off. I don't know, but I really, really don't like it.
All right. Well, we've got to call this person to get more information.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, it's Miles from Perfect Person. You called Perfect Person because you need help, and I'm here with Rekha Shankar.
Oh my goodness. Hello. I was about to take a and my girlfriend is very confused as to why I'm taking this phone call. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry to interrupt your nap, but we have urgent advice for you, and we're going to need to hear a couple more details. So why don't you tell me what's going on with your band and what even kind of band it is?
Hold on. Give me one moment.
Okay, escape.
So I need to explain what's happening. I called an advice podcast about my band because, yes. And then they called me back. She doesn't listen to podcasts, so she doesn't.
I listen to Distractable by Markiplier.
She only listens to one podcast.
Markiplier?
Markiplier.
Oh my God. I was like, Mark McGuire has a podcast? We can't be giving everybody a podcast. Oh my God. Is he still on steroids?
Okay. Oh my God, this is very surreal. So yes, I called because I'm in a band, 4 members, including myself. However, there's 3 main members, and then we have an additional person.
Brutal.
Okay, so I feel like we got to go Buttercup, Bubbles, and Blossom for the 3 members.
Yeah.
Your name is going to be, Rekha, do you have a fake name for this person?
I mean, are you Mojo Jojo?
Okay, so you're Mojo Jojo, Buttercup, Blossom, and Bubbles are the 3 other ones. You can select them at will.
Okay, so I work with Buttercup and Blossom.
Okay, good.
We are employed at a cheese shop.
That's awesome.
Incredible.
It's pretty great. I've actually called in multiple times about various cheese shop drama.
Oh my God. By the way, I remember you called in, and one time I tried to call you back.
Uh-oh. This is
Oh my
actually your
goodness.
beef.
This is my beef. No, I remember you were like, it was a fancy cheese or something, right? Yeah, anyway, it's good to talk to you, finally, after all these years.
after all these calls.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, big fan of the show. Glad I could be on. But yeah, so we work at a cheese shop and we're all musicians. And so Buttercup invited me to be a part of his band.
Okay.
And so I started going to rehearsals, and now we're kind of doing this, like, we'll do like a couple gigs a month. And basically all of the songs are written by Buttercup. He's a songwriter.
Buttercup's kind of a diva, kind of the lead of the band.
He is the lead of the band. I mean, he's lovely. All of them are very sweet.
Twink man.
He's...
Oh, I heard something.
Sorry, did you say twink man?
Sorry, that was my girlfriend cutting in. She called him a twink. He's not a twink.
Okay, good. Copy that. Yeah.
Just as long as we get the facts straight.
We got to get the facts straight. So Buttercup is not a twink, contrary to popular belief by your girlfriend, but is the lead of your band.
He's the lead of my band, yes. So it's Buttercup on guitar and vocals, Blossom on like bass and sometimes guitar. He kind of plays a lot of various instruments.
Okay.
And then who is
Bubbles.
Bubbles. Yeah. Sorry.
Bubbles and Mojo Jojo is you.
And then you're Mojo Jojo.
Bubbles is she comes in and plays a couple songs with some specialty classical Indian instruments. It's very strange.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Love her.
Yeah.
I'm Indian, so love her.
Yeah. And then I play viola. So it's a
cool band. A lot of different styles of instruments going on. And what type of music do you guys play?
I would say kind of alternative indie rock is the vibe. But we have, so all of our songs are written by Buttercup. And recently he changed one of our songs, actually the last song of our set. So kind of important.
The closer.
He changed it from what was originally the vocal melody, and then he would sing the vocal melody and I would sing the same melody but an octave up because I'm a soprano and he's a tenor.
Okay.
So he changed it to a harmony, which I think is a good idea because it could use some interest to that song.
Yeah, okay.
But the harmony is very strange, and now I'm singing this harmony part, and I feel like it's not working. And I brought this up last time we were rehearsing. And what's the other one?
Blossom and Bubbles. Blossom's the drummer. I can see it all.
Maz is really giving you kind of a brain teaser with these Powerpuff Girls.
I know.
Sorry.
Bubbles is the drummer with the Indian instruments, and Buttercup is the lead of the band, and then Blossom is the bassist. I think. Yeah, right.
I should have came more prepared, but
no,
yes,
it's okay. It's okay.
Blossom was like, no, I definitely hear some weird things. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
We tried again, and Blossom was like, actually, I think it sounds fine. So it's kind of like, Bubbles is not a part of the picture during this conversation. She's in India right now, so she's not playing our next show. And again, she only comes in for a couple songs, so this isn't one of her songs.
I see. So my question is, what is your next gig, and how long do we have to kind of correct the course?
Our next gig is on the 29th, so that would be the next week.
Wow. And what's the gig?
So it's a songwriter showcase. So it's about 5 songs.
This is important.
This is big important. This is your big moment, end of the movie.
I know.
You go to regional.
It would be very funny that this was the end of the movie.
Your songwriter showcase. The cheese shop can finally go to the nationals. Come on.
Yeah, so it's like, we're showing off with a bunch of other like cool songwriters in our city, and I want it to be good. And I guess my question is like, so we all very different musical backgrounds. I'm a classical musician. I was like, I don't know, we have varying abilities. And I don't want to be, for lack of a better term, a pitch bitch about everything.
Is that a music term?
Yeah.
Like it's a term that I've made up.
I like that a lot.
And that's someone who's kind of sassy about harmonies.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm a pitch
Yeah.
bitch. Like, it has to be like, it has to sound like this.
It has to- yes.
So the harmony is obviously all over the place, right? Like, we know this.
It's kind of all over the place, but honestly, it's not. The issue is it's just kind of one note for the entire thing. It's just kind of a drone.
Now, let me
And
ask.
it sounds weird.
It sounds like it's 2 against 1. Am I right?
Yeah, they're outvoting you.
It is, yes.
So it's Blossom and Buttercup v Mojo Jojo.
Yeah.
Now, so that seems extra hard.
Oh, but you might need, if Bubbles comes back from India.
Yeah.
And okay, because maybe Bubbles is like,
Maybe
I'm
she's
extending my-
traumatized, by this experience.
This could be really on her mind while she's in India. But maybe if she comes back into the picture, then you could kind of be like, okay, is she going to come back for the big soiree at the songwriting competition?
She will not be back for this show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was my hope. But
Now,
Yeah.
are we allowed to hear these harmonies?
I was going to ask this as well. Do you have a recording, or can you just sort of sing solo?
I don't have a recording.
Yeah.
I could, and I do have a voice, but I would struggle to do a harmony.
Of your own voice. Why don't we
of my own voice.
Could you sing me just a little bit of your part each way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Where are you going?
Okay, I have.
I'm going to the bunker,
all right.
babe. I'll be back.
Yeah, go to the closet. and
I was
sing.
like, well, I was like, maybe I'll step out for this, but apparently not. Okay, so the melody is da 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 da, and then the harmony is. Okay, let me see if I can remember it.
Then we'll do that one.
Yeah, and then it goes da 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 da, or that's not it. It's like I can't. I fully can't recall it
It's
because
so
I think
nonsensical. It
It
can't
makes
even
no
come
sense.
to mind.
It is it's claustrophobic, okay? The harmony is too claustrophobic for me. It's not working. It's bad. And I think that you have one of 2 options here. You can sing it as prescribed, or you just sing the part that you wanted to sing while Buttercup sings the other part. You go rogue. Okay.
Oh, no.
Because Buttercup's going to sing the same thing either way, right? It's the same part.
And Blossom's a follower.
And Blossom is just a fucking going to go along with it, right? So it's your big chance. End of the thing. Camera zooms in on you, and you just decide to sing the 1 octave up part.
Kind of like Sister Act. Like, oh, you're going to do the regular programming, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
she
honestly, I would
doesn't.
say what we do is exactly like Sister Act.
Hey.
Oh, interesting. Now, you might run the risk of you get off stage and they're like, what the hell was that out there? But you're like, sorry, I just had to shine, and you made the band shine, and then maybe you get a big gig at Madison Square Garden from the guy who's from the cheese shop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that you can force the issue, but you also are outvoted. But there's probably a world where you can be like, let's practice it one more time. I've really been thinking on this.
I think a gentle suggestion of like, could we try the old way? There's something about it I still like.
Yeah.
Can't get out of my head.
Yeah.
I like the idea of changing it up between, giving it some more interest, giving it a harmony. I just think the harmony might benefit from following like the 3, the third above, 5th above rule instead of this like second above for the entire song.
I'll even say this. Sometimes when I want when I'm really trying to steer the thing my direction, you could be like, all right, well, let's do it both ways. You do it the way that you don't want to do it, and you kind of half-ass it. And then you do it the way that you do want to do it, and you full voice, you're sort of belting. This is Broadway, basically.
So the crazy thing is that happened.
You already tried to steer it.
And he was like, you're genius.
Yeah,
Mojo
awesome.
Jojo. That sounded even better. Let's do that noise you did.
Yeah, it was, we kind of tried doing a little experimentation, and then both of them were like, yeah, let's just do it the first way. So again, it's like, this kind of this thing, do I continue to push it, or am I just like, Well, 2 ears think it sounds fine, so maybe that's enough. It's a multi-level issue.
I think that you have to, if you're worried that it'll sabotage your place in the competition, I think that you have to go that way, but you have to crush it so hard outside of it that people won't even remember the harmony part.
Yes.
Or you sing really quiet. Just for that.
Okay.
So you're sort of doing the harmony, but it's quiet. It's backing vocals. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, Mojo Jojo. I think you're going to have a
Thank
great
you so
time
much.
at regionals / the singer-songwriter competition. And I am very curious to see how this goes. So I'm going to have to give you a call back for the Patreon.
I will let you know. Thank you so much. Big fan of the show.
Thank
Good
you so much for
luck.
listening. I appreciate it. Best of luck and bye-bye. It's going to go bad. It's going to go terrible.
I didn't want to say it,
I
but
know. Yeah.
they're going to break up.
Ba-da-da-da-da. It was not it.
It's not hitting, folks.
It's literally not hitting for me. Yeah. Were you ever in a band? I always wanted to be, but I never really accomplished that.
No, I music is too mathy for me. Like the caller was saying, like 5 above and 4 below.
I have
I'm
no
like,
idea what you're talking about.
Hold on a
Lot of
second.
numbers.
Lot of numbers. But I tried piano. I can't.
I did also try piano. I played violin when I was a kid from like
Yeah.
age 6 to age 13. And then I played piano for a little bit and none of it stuck. And I like singing-ish.
Yeah.
Like I kind of like that world of whatever singing, but I don't know. It just feels like one of those things. But I always wanted to be in a band just for really the performing aspect of, I guess, for that.
And so then you did comedy.
Yeah, exactly. I did improv. It
Exactly.
was basically what I wanted to
It's
do.
the same,
anyway.
except I don't have to learn
An
math,
instrument.
yeah.
Yeah. And I guess similar amount of like if you were like a struggling band and you're a struggling improviser, same amount of people at the shows. Not anybody.
nobody. What
Yeah.
yeah.
Basement. Exactly.
Exactly.
Kind of a similar vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna call someone who had an awkward experience with their coworker.
Miles, I had a very awkward interaction with my coworker, and it was my fault. And now I feel like he looks at me different, and I just need help being perfect at work amongst my coworkers. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, this is another. I feel like I get a lot of calls like this where people are like, "I had a weird experience at work."
Yeah.
I feel like that rarely happens to me, but maybe it's because of the sort of comedy work. It's because of the sort of roll-off improv ability that if something weird happens, I'm just like, oh, blah, 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 and then it's kind of fine.
Yes. I think also I sometimes when you're in an office setting, I'm someone who takes a lot of blame for stuff, but sometimes in an office setting, I'm like, no, you're not being chill. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, I like your sweater. And they're like, and I'm like, that's on you.
Yeah, right.
That's on you. You made this weird.
Yeah, this was not weird. Everything was fine.
No.
But like people are like, oh,
And I'm like,
awkward.
no. And then maybe sometimes it's my fault. I don't know.
I'm giving that advice actually a lot where people are like, how do I not be weird at a wedding with my ex or whatever? And I'm just like, don't be weird.
Just-
then it's on them. Like
Just
just
literally be chill.
show up and be like, hey, how's it going? Like whatever. Like just try to move through it. and it'll
Have
be
the
fine.
interaction. You would want to tell the story that you had.
Oh, I think that's really good advice.
Thank you.
Because then you're sort of setting yourself up for the aftermath.
Exactly. Being like, I saw my ex and I was so normal.
Yeah, I was so normal and they were so fine.
Hello?
Hello, you called Perfect Person and I'm here to call you back. I'm with Rekha Shankar.
Oh my God, I'm having a panic attack.
No, don't worry about
please
it.
don't.
Have a panic attack. It's fine.
Good way. Oh my gosh.
Everything is
Sorry.
okay. Well, I'm just calling you. It's going to be cash. It's going to be chill. It's going to be fine. We're here to hear about your awkward interaction with your coworker. And obviously, we're going to need to give you a fake name. Rekha, what is a fake name for this person?
I gotta say, how about Microsoft? That's a company.
Microsoft is your name. And why don't you tell us what's going on at work?
Okay, so I work in a hospital and I talk to people.
Okay.
That's my job. And so I don't interact with the same people every day, but I do like pass this I'd say like maintenance worker. And we say hi, like I don't really know anything about his life. I'm like late 20s, he's early 40s. And
Okay.
so I was leaving a consult room talking with a family, and I was going to go around the corner and he was coming the opposite way with like a cart and everything. And he like pointed and said like, oh, I'm going that way. And for some reason I like jumped between him and the wall to try to leave.
Oh,
Instead
this
of
is the
just-
scoot by. I've been here so many times where you're like, it's easier if I just thread the needle trying to pass by.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're butt to butt.
Like, I made it 10 times harder, and I don't know, like, I'm kind of a nervous person.
Okay.
And today I saw him, and he was saying something to his coworker, but he was making, like, hand signals, so I thought he was talking to me. And through the door, like, I saw it through the window in the door, and I was like, were you saying something to me? He goes, no, I wasn't. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to interact with him anymore.
Right. So you need a refresh on this guy.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to involve making him one of your closest confidants and best friends.
You start release all your most private information to him.
Walk up and say, accent. You think you're embarrassed now. You're going to need to get, this is going to need to get worse.
You're going to
before it
need
gets
this
better.
hospital.
Yeah, you're going to need this hospital because you're about to go through a crisis.
Well, that's kind of what that hospital's for.
Okay, there you go.
Perfect.
Wonderful. That's perfect. Okay, you're in the exact right place you need to be. Sometimes when I have like sort of a peripheral person like this, I feel like it's only awkward because you haven't gotten close enough that you can encounter anything together.
Right.
Yeah.
Is this a person that if you were to like, and I don't know your stance on cookies. I don't know if you like them. I don't like, if you like to bake.
Talking to me, Willis?
Exactly. But like, is this the type of person that if you were to bring in cookies, like, hey, everybody, I make cookies.
Yeah.
That they would come in and you could be like, here's some cookies. And then you can have a nice conversation around something, a common friend.
I love what you're doing with cookies because I think a gift or a treat is a really good place to start. And I think you could just hand deliver them to this person.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
A personalized gift?
Personalized gift. By the way, I made you cookies. Thanks for everything, Chief. Nicknames are also good to get in there, I think. Because again, it's only weird. You're like, oh, were you talking to me or whatever? You could even just go, hey, thanks for being you. What, and we don't need to. Let's give this person a name. What do we call? I forget what we called you.
You are
Microsoft.
Yeah.
And who's this person?
Has to be Apple, right?
Apple. Okay,
Yeah.
so Apple. And Apple is doing maintenance or cleaning. Is it sort of cleaning or is it more fixing?
I would say both. Like if there's if we have magnetic doors and if it's like God forbid it doesn't close, be like, oh, well that's also a problem is I don't know his like actual name. I just go, hey, how are you? We're in the Midwest, so it's how are you? Nothing much, and then we just keep walking.
Got it.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So we're already awkward as it is.
So this person is nameless to you, but they're not going to be by the end of this. You're going to be going to a freaking Taylor Swift concert together.
Absolutely.
Oh, please. Yes.
And Apple's paying.
And Apple's footing the bill. But I think that I feel like people like this are kind of the heart of any workplace.
Yeah.
Like people who fix, people who clean, they've been there for a long time. It sounds like he's been there for a lot longer than you have, right? Like he feels like he knows.
Weirdly enough.
Oh, weirdly no. Okay, interesting. By the way, is Apple hot?
No, I'm married to a woman.
Okay.
She was actually just standing like in the doorway eating a cookie as you said, like maybe you should make him cookies.
Okay, kind of
that
a
was
sign.
like
kind of
perfect.
a sign. Okay, so your wife could make him cookies.
Yes.
And you could literally be like, by the way, these are for you.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea at all. I also think that at a workplace like this, once you have an ally like this, then every time you see this person, also, this is someone that's around on the periphery. They're cleaning things, they're fixing magnets. You're going to be able to then, after this, make direct eye contact and give them a, hey, how's it going? Good to see you, whatever. It's a lot more nice than having to look down and away.
And I wonder if
absolutely. He is really tall.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
I wonder if there's a way to access. Is he like? Where's he from? Is there any common like? What'd you get up to this weekend? Do we know? Like, is he from? You're the same hometown as you. Like any connection point? I honestly think cookies could be a great in to that.
I do too.
You know, a little baked good. Oh yeah, my wife made these. You like chocolate chip?
Absolutely.
And then he goes, my dad. He's got a dad. Made chocolate chip cookies. Whatever.
Someone's got a dad.
Yeah, and you go, okay, I know dad.
And then before you're like, Happy Father's Day to your dad.
Yeah, to your
so you're getting details.
And to you as well, yeah.
We're snowballing, and then you guys are on vacation together with your wife.
Yeah.
And with presumably his wife and or husband. We don't even know.
And then Taylor Swift.
And then Taylor Swift and you're all going together. But I do think that, you're going to start to kind of become friends with this guy, and he's going to become sort of a close guy to you. But first, you need to break the ice. I think a good way to casually break the ice in a manipulative way is to say, hey, you know what? I've got an extra cookie. Or the machine gave me 2 of these.
The machine gave me 2.
Machine gave me 2 is sort of like a cheat code because then he's like, no way. That's kind of cool. It's like an exciting thing.
And I'll say, just a worst case scenario, and I don't like doing this. If for some reason you say the machine gave me 2, and he says no thanks, or if he says so that means it's broken. If you get if you get a response like that, I think it's just not meant to be.
Yeah, you're gonna shoot your shot, and honestly, if it doesn't, then you can just keep being like kind of a shy wave, but it will ruin the vibe.
Yeah,
I think that machine gave me 2 may sort of be because to me, machine gave me 2 is sort of almost legend status at work.
Because it's how did machine give them 2?
How did machine?
What quality do they have? The machine gave them 2.
Whoa, like that's great. I've never heard of that happening.
And then you're kind of the buzz of the office.
Yeah, people are talking, they're chatting.
Do you have a machine at the office? Like a vending machine?
And like it's a pretty like modern hospital, but it only takes like cash, and like I don't know anyone who carries cash. Like I have a jar of pennies. And I used half of it to pay like the neighbors to mow the lawn because we're.
You need to use 100 pennies, put them in the machine one at a time, and go. Oh, machine gave me 2.
I got 2 of the honey bun, the little W honey buns.
I get 2 honey buns. By the way, old machines only take cash. That's the machine that gives you 2, though.
That is the one that gives you 2.
That's the one that gives you 2.
And it's a little bit about what you choose to get 2 of.
Really good points. To me, if it's gum, they're kind of far apart. Probably not machine give you 2. But if it's honey bun, I do actually think there's a pretty decent chance it's going to give you 2.
Give you 2. Yeah. Or like candy bar or something.
Candy bar could be good. Now I'm just getting hungry. I feel like we're both hungry.
Yeah, I think we're all hungry, right?
We're all hungry.
I'm like, you should make me cookies.
You should make me cookies. But that's got to be our advice, Microsoft. And I think you and Apple are going to be vacationing together by year's end.
Well, thank you so much. You're really sweet. And I love the podcast. I was listening when I was doing paperwork this morning.
Oh, thank you so much for listening to the show. I appreciate it. You and your wife have a fantastic rest of the day.
Thank you both. All right. Be awesome.
Bye. Really good advice, I think.
Listen, if cookies in the break room or machine gave me 2.
Yeah.
That's a shirt. That's a
merch.
philosophy.
That's a mug. That's a cup.
That's like pay it forward. Machine gave me 2.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. By the way, I do know the feeling also of being at a job and you're like, not that this guy dislikes her.
Yes.
But it's like, I need this person to like me and seeking their approval.
Yes.
I am always trying to get in there and get everyone to like, especially when someone's just sort of like a peripheral, like, you know what also irks me? Hearing about this guy, about Apple, and other people are like, oh my God, I'm really good friends with Apple.
That would make me sick to my stomach. That would make me sick.
I'd be like, fuck, what do you mean you're friends with him? Like, how can he like me now?
Yes. I mean, already in comedy, which is so based this weird social, you go, this guy hates me, and someone's like, oh, I was at his birthday yesterday.
Can't handle that. Can't handle it one bit. And it happens all the time.
Constantly.
Especially when it's people that it's like, oh, this person had power over me for whatever weird reason. And it's like, oh, that's actually my homie. Like, we go golf or whatever.
I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Can I come or no?
Am I allowed to your golf?
Can I come to golf or no? Is that not okay?
Well, I'd like to come to golf.
Yeah,
I think.
what the hell?
Yeah, no, I'm always trying to get that approved.
Yeah.
This episode of Perfect Person is brought to you by Huggies Skin Essentials. Diaper rash can be the absolute worst. It can ruin your day. It can ruin your week. When your baby has a little diaper rash, there's nothing worse. You feel bad for them. They don't like it. It's uncomfy, etc. But baby butts, rejoice. New Huggies Skin Essentials are here. A brand new dermatologist-approved line of diapers, wipes, and pull-ups training pants, all designed with baby-sensitive skin in mind. The Skin Essentials diapers feature the Skin Protect liner and help protect against the top 2 causes of rash by managing moisture and runny mess. The wipes are thick with 2 C's and have 0 harsh ingredients for a great gentle clean. Pull-up Skin Essentials have got your big kid covered too, with a training pant that is ultra soft and breathable to help protect sensitive skin throughout body training. Learn more at Huggies.com. Once again, head to Huggies.com to learn more.
Well, Rekha, I think we have time for one more call here.
Love that.
Hi, Miles. Okay, to make a long story short, I'm in a bit of a large pickle. So at my job. I don't want to cause drama because last year I may or may not have screamed at a lot of people and caused drama. But I have a problem and I don't know how to solve it. But I don't want to cause drama also. Please help.
Are they being taken hostage?
Being running away.
Oh my God, I need to solve a problem now.
Okay, I'm curious also what the drama, she says I may or may not have screamed at people and caused drama. Now again, we could give her the benefit of the doubt. We don't know.
Maybe it was a screaming contest.
Really good point. Maybe it's a screaming contest.
At work.
Is
Hello?
this Miles?
Hello, it's Miles Bonsignore. This is Miles from Perfect Person, and I'm here to call you back to answer your question. And I'm here with Rekha Shankar.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe this is actually Miles. Holy cow.
This is absolutely Miles. I just heard a door open, and now you're in the alleyway. But
no, I'm leaving my work dungeon to go talk to you. I need to run.
Okay, you're running from your work dungeon. Jeez.
I'm a runner and a track star.
Perfect. While you get to a safe place, Rekha, what is a name for this caller?
Usain Bolt. You're running.
Usain
I'm
Bolt.
Usain Bolt? Oh my God. Okay. I'll take it.
Usain Bolt, what's good and what's going on? First of all, what type of job do you have?
Okay, there's a helicopter outside. Can you hear me?
I can hear you sort of,
you
but
should
maybe
be Jack Bauer.
Yeah, I know you
What's
should.
going on?
Chloe, I've got to get to the center.
Okay, let me explain myself. I'm not anywhere where there should be a helicopter. I'm literally a summer camp counselor.
I thought for sure you worked at like the CIA.
I literally could not have anticipated summer camp. I was like, and now, oh my God, the voice message makes more sense now.
Yeah, okay, you screamed at a lot of people and maybe they were summer campers.
Okay, it wasn't the children actually.
Oh.
So 2 years ago, I was like a summer camp leader, right?
Okay.
Then last year, I was a senior leader. So like a middleman, it sucked. And then this year, I'm an admin. I moved up.
You moved up. You climbed
I'm also
the
out
ranks.
of breath because I'm sprinting. I climbed the ranks. I did.
Okay, got it. And what type of summer camp? Is this a day camp? Is this a sleepaway camp?
It's day camps, but we run out of a university, so it's like they do like math and science and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I remember the kids who did that. It was like it's almost like college light.
I did that.
You did that?
I did biomedical research camp.
That is so funny.
And I got yelled at by this one person.
No, it was you.
It was you. It was Usain Bolt.
What inspired you to do biomedical research
I
camp?
thought I was going to be a doctor, but no one should be a doctor.
Biomedical research.
Yeah, exactly. It was biomedical research inspired me.
Wow, that's awesome. Why don't you talk to us about the drama that happened last year, and then we're going to help you with your current pressing problem.
So there was a lot of drama last year. I was like the middleman, right? And there was a lot of people that didn't think I deserved to be in that position. And like 2 of them were my friends. Weren't like really my friends, I guess. But I don't know. I'm gullible. So anywho, there's a lot of drama there. And then also like midsummer, we were like setting up lunch for the kids, right? And there was these giant windows in the lunchroom, okay?
Windmills?
Windows.
Oh my God.
There's giant windmills. And one of the kids got strapped to the windmill.
And I yelled at him.
And I yelled at him, get down.
Can you imagine? I don't know what I would do. I think I'd have to quit. No. So there's these giant windows. And outside these windows, I'm setting up lunch and I see like these posters of like dead fetuses, you know?
Oh, like
the abortion protesters.
Yeah.
Okay, like the pro-lifers. So I got like upset. So I went outside and I was like, you guys have to move. Like, we're going to have children here. Like,
Absolutely.
do what you want. It's a free world, but we have children coming. And they said no. And I yelled at them. I said,
completely fair.
get the fuck out of here. Like, move.
100% completely fair.
Like, go across the street. And they wouldn't do it. So then I had to call the like campus security.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't do anything either. And you know what they said to me? They said, ma'am, calm down.
Campus security told you to calm down?
Yes, campus security said, ma'am, you need to calm down. Then I came back inside and like my like bosses were like, what the fuck was that? Like, why would you do that? Like, that's not your place. And I was like, listen, I didn't want the kids to see the dead fetuses, you know?
Yeah, completely
kind of like
fair.
ruins your appetite before lunch, you know?
Yeah. Also, those people are like, that's kind of their goal is just to like get a rise out of everybody to.
Yes, to make you
100%.
look
Like,
unreasonable.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking back on it, like, that was kind of stupid of me, but like, I also like have ADHD and I'm like impulsive as shit. So like, you know?
Also, by the way, those people are fucking frustrating. Like they suck. Yeah,
They
of
are.
course.
And
They
claim to
are.
care about kids, but are showing kids
Yeah,
very sad.
Yeah.
exactly.
This year, when I was doing my like interview to be an admin, the one like boss of like everything, like all of like the youth programs at the campus was like, you know what, like Usain Bolt, I'm kind of nervous to hire you. Like, I'm nervous about the drama from last year. And I was like tearing up, okay? Like, it was like an online interview, but I was like tearing up.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
what do I, like, what the fuck? Then I got the job. So I'm here now, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm trying my best not to cause any drama.
Mhm.
But like also, like, okay, I used to work with my boyfriend's brother. He was like on the team, okay? And he, like 2 weeks ago was like, Usain Bolt, your biggest problem here is that you are gossip and you're addicted to the drama. And I was like, listen, I know that.
That's right.
I know.
You can't help it, right? You're hunting
But
for
also-
tea.
Exactly. But also, is it tea if it's true?
Ooh.
That's a t-shirt.
Ooh.
No, so somebody thinks that your biggest problem is that you are a gossip or that you like to sort of get the dirt.
Like I said, I was the middleman. So like the leaders would be like bitching to me about the admin. So then I'd be like to the admin, I'd be like the leaders don't think that you're doing your job. And then like the admin like would be like, what the fuck? And then like the leaders would be like, I don't want to do this because they're not paying attention, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, listen, you're here to have a fun summer with the kids. Like, just like get your shit together or whatever. Like, you know?
Are people mad at you on the daily? Is it like, I guess here's a question. Does it feel like there's drama happening, or is there drama? Like, are you stressed about how people are acting / feeling towards you?
Like there was like genuinely a lot of drama last year. But like also I'm a very anxious person, so I just always think everyone's mad at me.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. But then so this year I'm like trying to like keep it on the down low, you know what I mean? Like just like do my thing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm working on a team with 2 other girls that are admins with me, right? And the one girl is like so slay. Like we get along so well.
Yeah.
She's like fucking hilarious, you know?
Yeah.
The other girl, like she's sweet, don't get me wrong, but like she's like super religious and I'm just not. And like also like she is just like always up in my business. Like I'll just be like working at my computer, like building some curriculum, and I turn around and she's just there behind my shoulder. And like I'm like the supplies person. So like my job is supplies. This Ken's job is supplies, okay? And there's a very specific system to it. And she doesn't understand the system, and she keeps just like coming in and like bothering me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then also like today I was like literally just printing worksheets. Like that's my job. And she's like, what's your printing? Like, does it matter?
Okay.
What does it look like?
All right,
Like,
hang on now. Let's You
talking to me, Willis?
my bad.
Doesn't sound like religious girls doing anything wrong, no?
Annoying is hard.
Annoying is hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to deal with an annoying
Exactly.
person.
Because I'm like I could just like turn around and be like, listen, when I have my headphones on, it means I'm in my zone. It means I'm in my like
Totally.
I'm locked in, you know? Like don't talk to me. But like also just don't ask stupid questions, you know?
Well, yeah, I think unfortunately for you, it's going to be a little bit of that. You need to
no.
because look, here's the thing. This girl's not like, she's probably also confused about the social dynamic, right? Religious confused girl.
I mean, maybe like she just like the other thing is like the other girl and I like we like to trauma dump and like we make jokes about our trauma, right?
You
And like
like to
it
trauma
doesn't
dump.
seem like this. Yeah, we do. It's like this other girl. It doesn't seem like she's ever had anything wrong happen to her. You know what I mean? Like she's just happy all the time.
She's
like just
naive.
like yeah. She also
Right.
there's another problem. She went on a date with my boyfriend's brother, and my boyfriend's brother barked at her.
Bark?
So now there's like a weird
Like
yeah. He
yelled?
barked.
Wait,
No,
barked
like I mean like a dog barks. Like woof woof.
why did your boyfriend's brother bark at her? Does he have like a dog thing?
No, he's just weird.
There's like 85
There's just-
things
yeah.
happening.
We're gonna have to address them one to one. Okay?
No, he was like happy barking.
Yeah, you can't bark.
Yeah. If you're barking privately in your house, that's fine.
Yeah, you can bark in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
barking out in public. Okay?
Yeah, no less on a date.
No less on a date.
So he has to stop barking.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I mean, yeah, we
That's
talked
sort of
about him that a lot.
rule one. He's got to stop barking. Okay. I know you called it about a lot of stuff, but we just need you to know before you go. Your boyfriend's brother needs to stop
Stop barking.
Stop barking. That's going to be
Gotta
crazy.
stop barking.
And that's not going to carry well as he gets older also.
Yeah.
You can't be barking at his
It's
own
not.
No, it's really not. Okay, boyfriend's brother needs to stop barking, rule 1.
Yes.
Part 2 is just going sort of down the list in reverse order. Religious girl who works in admin with you that's not the girl who likes to trauma dump. I think that she is, to me, someone that sort of needs to like be let her do her vibe. Annoying people often are just trying to fit in. And and I know that can be difficult, especially at your age, because it's like, oh, they're annoying me. Right? I've totally been there. But I think that sometimes like annoying people need to be fostered as long as they're not causing harm to you, which to me, the harm is sort of now like what you're printing.
Not like harm in like a rude way, but like I just like I just feel like keep getting like overstimulated by it. You know what I mean?
And I think overstimulated is a good word because I definitely have those. I when someone is annoying, I cannot hide my irritation. And so I have to clock myself and be like, does the punishment fit the crime here?
Really good question.
Okay, that's a good point.
Am I getting heated? And because it's tough. Someone, if someone's wearing headphones, social cues say, oh, don't bother me.
Right.
But what do you do that isn't rude to make someone realize that? And I don't know the answer in a workplace, what to do.
Yeah.
So my best answer to keep things smooth is like, how can I mitigate my anger right now, my frustration right now? Sometimes, and this sucks because this involves like, I'm not doing anything wrong. Why do I have to like do my work in a different place? Or why do I have to buy big headphones?
So it's like, hey, I can't hear. Noise canceling headphones.
Or even like gritting my teeth with a fake smile. I do all sorts of things because I get so annoyed by annoying people. It really drives me nuts.
I totally get it too, because like I have been in situations where I'm like, I think punishment fits the does the punishment fits the crime is a great mantra for that, because I've definitely been like snapped at someone, because when you're at work too, it's like endless. You see these people every day, and someone's annoyingness can kind of snowball over time. And it's like it would be easy to just be like, oh, never be bothered by anything, but that's not realistic.
It's not true.
So it's like I do think that just be like, oh, did I snap at did they ask me a simple question that like was annoying but was regular, and I reacted to a whole history of our relationship together.
That's a good point also.
Yeah, I think
my other question is, so has I been branded as a gossip? So
you are you are, and I just want to, and I care about you here. I care about you, and I'm glad you called in. But I think it's okay. You're a gossip, but so am I.
I am.
I would say.
Exactly. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm firmly a gossip, and gossip actually brings people together as long as it doesn't skew into shit talk, and cruelty.
See, and that's the thing is like, so the other like girl that I'm working with, that I'm like close with, like sometimes like I'll like be talking to her like after work, and I'm like, oh my God, like I was ready to like just like scream today when like religious person kept asking me questions, and she's like, yeah, no, I know. But I'm like, is like venting like that, like is that gossip, or is that just like venting?
Well, here's a question. Is religious girl the same position as you, or lower than you, or above you?
She's the exact same position.
Okay.
Like we're all in like the same tier.
Okay.
But like I kind of feel like I have almost like a power imbalance just because I've worked there for 2 years and they haven't.
Right.
So I kind of like know how things work. I know the like dynamics, you know?
It's tough.
Yeah, talk to me about this sort of Game of Thrones hierarchy of when it's allowed to shit talk.
I feel like you can't shit talk your employees.
Yes.
I think that you like, you start and you can, or if you are, it has to be someone that's like at the same level as you. You cannot shit talk to above, and you can't shit talk to another employee.
No, but you can shit talk your boss, just not to someone above you.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
There's like all sorts of weird things like that. It's so crazy. And like newness is a little bit like
she is almost your employee
in a way.
Yeah.
And here's what's frustrating, because like you want to vent, you want to get it out. Are there other friends? Because what you don't want is to like re-emphasize the irritation every day because you and Summer Sanders are talking about Michael Phelps.
I've been in there. Summer Sanders. You're right. I've been there though too, where like sometimes dissecting the gossip makes you more heated than you should have been about the issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just satisfying. So I completely
Yeah.
understand. I had a frustrating work situation and I was like, I'm like a little bit above some of these people, so I'm certainly not going to shit talk to any of them. I'm only going to take this outside.
Yeah, right.
And only after the job was like well and done, book is closed. Did like a coworker and I like hung out once and we're like, so that sucked. Yeah, it did suck. Oh my God.
It's so cathartic too to get that out.
Nice. But it was so hard.
Yeah. And I think another rule that I sometimes prescribe is if you are shit talking, ethically, of course, we're into ethical shit talking.
Yeah.
Ethical shit talking, love it.
Love it. If you find yourself in that situation, sometimes it's good as just to tag it in there of, and I'm sure they were just thinking about, I'm sure they were just feeling like this.
Right. Feeling left out, feeling
I'm
whatever.
sure they were just, here's probably where they were coming from. Try to humanize them in the conversation.
Yeah.
You're allowed to vent, you're allowed to sort of do it, but it's just like, I'm sure they were just feeling jealous. I'm sure they were just feeling insecure. Because I think that does help, even if it at first is just a practice.
Yeah, like, and that's kind of like how I tried to approach it. Like, I was like to the other girl, I was like, I understand that she's just like excited and like high energy and like chatty, but like at the same time, I'm just so dead inside.
Did you say I'm just so dead inside?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. Just want to make sure
What
we
did
heard
you think I said?
No, that's what I thought. That's what we thought you said.
Okay.
And then our final rule that I'm going to say to you is just you got to know when to break that gossip seal and to whom.
True.
You can't be gossiping to everyone, especially carte blanche.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I like to make a little weird boundary of like information sharing versus gossiping versus shit talking.
That's right.
Shit talking I do with my buds.
Yeah.
Information, if you were to be like, hey, this man at the office is a predator. That is information to me.
Information. That's good information for
everybody to have. We've hired a menace.
Yeah.
You know what? Reality TV is actually a really nice way to gossip and shit talk without it being anybody in the room. Do you like reality TV?
The new Kardashian season just started.
That's a really good, I like that prescription there, Rekha, because reality TV is gossip about other people that don't matter to you.
Exactly. I think that is literally, like, people dunk on The Bachelor and stuff, but it is so healing to be able to talk about a property with people you might not never really have much in common with and be like, wasn't so-and-so acting crazy about the shrimp? And then it's like, yeah, she was being nuts about it.
She was being totally nuts. Also, that's a good, like, you can find people online that are ready to gossip with you about reality TV.
That's true too.
There's like a whole community. There's Discord servers, there's TikToks, there's Twitters, whatever. There's so many ways that you can get out your gossip fix without sabotaging and burning down your own life.
It's so true. Because that's the thing. It's like every time after I do it, I'm like, why did I do that? Like, I hate myself. Like, that was a bad thing to do, you know?
It's like a dopamine rush and then a huge crash.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, I think I said, like sometimes after a gossip session, you'll be like, I think I said mean stuff.
Especially
like,
if you're trying to be like funny with your pals. You're like, I
oh
went
God,
too far.
Yeah, she's so whatever.
Yeah.
He's so this. And it does sort of, once it skews me and you feel nasty afterwards.
I agree.
So we're going to tell you that our advice is going to be, turn on that reality TV, okay? Get the stuff that you need to get on, what is it, TLC?
TLC, Bravo. You've got Peacock. We have stuff like The Traitors that's like gamified.
That's nice.
We've got, Below Deck. We've got all the Vanderpumps. We've got all the Housewives.
So we're going to ask you that you sort of take a couple of the notebooks that you've got on all your friends and family that are gossip, and we're going to ask you to journal and goss about these characters that are sort of people but are also highly edited.
Absolutely. You know what? I'm going to take that advice to heart. This is going to be a non-gossip summer. Thank you, Miles.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for calling in, and you have an absolutely wonderful day.
No, you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. We don't talk enough about how to handle gossip and gossip circles, and I think we did it. Bark, bark. Bark, bark.
Bark, bark, guys. And I think that is a good thing where it's like, it can be so addictive. I've definitely been there where I'm like,
especially in comedy, UCB, you're like, I heard this, I heard this.
This person's whatever. Yeah. And it's such an insular community. And like, you can shit talk to the point where the person becomes worse than what they actually did.
Completely.
Yeah, that's very common, I feel like. Well, Rekha, we have one final segment, and it's a segment we like to call Get Real. This is a segment where we force a genuine moment in an effort to learn more about each other and ourselves. Rekha, Thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
You're obviously the host of a new show called Smarty Pants.
Yeah.
Do you think you're smarty?
I only know what I know, Miles. There's a lot of stuff I don't even know that I don't know. And that's why I think it's really important to talk to people that know different things than you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know that I don't know something until you tell me what I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's really smart. I often wonder, like, I think that there is something funny about, I feel recently that when I learn things, it makes me feel much more alive. Sometimes I get sort of too much into, like watching entertainment, or like I'll watch too much TV, movies, whatever. And I find that like, even if I recently microdosed reading a book, in that I read 15 pages of a book, and I felt brilliant for a week and a half.
When I can have one critical thought about something new, one new thought, I'm absolutely amazed with myself.
Yeah, I got this a little bit of hit of this when me and my wife just went to Japan and we did like the walking tour around Kyoto, and it was so wonderful. But like learning history, it's unbelievable. I was like, all I could think about was that for like the next week. And I was like, oh my gosh, this period in history and people were just like this.
Yes.
And I do find that if ever I'm feeling like a little bit depressed or a little down or discouraged, trying to learn truly almost any fact will make me feel kind of pulled out of it.
We're very similar. If I learn a new fact, I am like, actually, I became a genius today.
Oh, yes, exactly.
You know?
I read half a Wikipedia article and now I am devoting my life to this.
Absolutely. I went to Ireland recently and I went to the Viking Museum. And
so cool.
For that day, I was the smartest person on earth.
Museums definitely get you there, where like, also it always gives me ideas for creative stuff that are outside. I'm like, okay, that's a scene, or like whatever, or like, okay, that's a sketch. And museums really give me that hit. I also feel like there's so many museums that I'm just not going to in Los Angeles, and I gotta go.
Me too.
I got to invest in sort of my own brilliance.
Exactly. That's what I've been meaning to tell you.
Thank you.
Since we met today.
I know. Well, Rekha, that's the show. Thank you for being here. Where can people find more you and watch all your stuff and your socials, etc.?
Yeah. So you can catch me on various Dropout shows at dropout.tv. Mm-hmm. And also my website, RekhaShankar.com, has a lot of my writing and when I'm doing live shows. Then you can follow me on Instagram at Rekha_S or on TikTok at Rekha L. Shankar.
Oh, yeah. Well, check out Rekha's stuff. And if you have a problem out there and you're wondering, how do I solve that? Just remember that no matter who you are or where you are, perfection is only a call away.
That was a Headgum podcast.